Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a feel on these really long nails. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going in with an extra coarse drill bit, and I'm going to be following the acrylic on the two thumbs as much as I can. That way we can soak them off quicker. So this one had already broke, and then the other one I'm actually going to be cutting down just because she has a crack on the side, and from previous experiences, now I like to just go ahead and cut them off and soak them off and replace the nail, because if you don't, a lot of the time it will crack, and I don't want her to have to come back the next day or whatever. So again, we're using an extra coarse drill bit. We're following down the acrylic as much as we can, and then we're gonna soak them off with the little clips. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get the cotton ball with acetone and the clips and just place them on top of the nail. And we're going to just leave those like that while we do the other nails. So we're going to go ahead and remove the gel polish from the rest of the nails. And then I'm also going to try to file them down just a little bit, because we are going to do the colored acrylic over them, and I don't want the nails to be super thick. So again, this is an extra coarse drill bit by Pana. I'll be sure to leave the link in the description. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and push back those cuticles. I'm using this metal cuticle pusher by OPI. And remember that when you push back the cuticles, this is helping to expose the new growth and also helps with reducing lifting. So again, we're pushing back those cuticles on all of the nails. And then after this, we're going to go in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. Remember, you don't want to just file down on the nail. We're literally just removing the shine. Our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils are on our nails. That's why our nails are shiny. So we want to go in and just get rid of that shine. If you don't do this step correctly, most likely you will get lifting. So make sure you go in there and get rid of all of the shine. And then also after this, we're going to go ahead and dust them off. We're going to look at the nails, and if we still see any little shiny spots, we're going to go through and, you know, just file away that shine where we see it. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and dust the nails off, and I'm applying my Protein Bond by Young Nails. We're applying that on the natural nail. And then for the actual acrylic, I'm going to be using my white glow-in-the-dark powder. I'm going to be using a pink glow-in-the-dark powder, which I think I actually made this one or mixed it myself. I think I've had it for so long that I honestly don't know what I mixed it with, but it will glow in the dark as well. As you can see, this ring finger, I'm just filling it in with that pink just because she's going to get bling on it. And so she really didn't care what we put under the or use as the acrylic because you're not going to be able to see it. And she's also getting a new set the next time she comes. So again, we're just filling this finger in with the pink. And then for the rest of the nails, we're going to be doing the pink and white ombre. So of course, pink on the tips, white at the tip, pink at the back. And then for the pinky, we're going to be doing a glitter. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking about. And then the brush that I'm using is my Alpha brush in a number 10. As you guys know, I love the brushes. They work really good for me, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below. Again, for the pinky, we're doing the glitter. So I did a small bead to fill in the back of the nail with the Mia Secret Pink. And then I'm applying the glitter. This is the glitter from Nail Supply Glamour. It's already mixed with the acrylic. So is there AB glitter acrylic in the number 1, and this is definitely one of my favorite colors from their collection. So we're just applying that all over the nail, and then after this we're going to come back and encapsulate it. And you will see me go ahead and skip it and not encapsulate it right away just because the glitter was still kind of wet and I didn't want to have to, I didn't want to drag it off the nail. So I'm going to let it dry and then I'm going to come back to it later on. And for the other nails, we're going to do the ombre. So again, we're doing the white at the tips. And as you can see, at first I was using the, what is this called? The Frosted Pink by Mia Secret for the tips. But it's more of that nut color or the off-white color or the ivory color, whatever you want to call it. I know people were talking about me calling it the nut color, but that's what everybody knows it by. So then it was a little bit too light, so I switched over to the white one, which I wanted to use the first one because it glowed in the dark, but then I forgot that I had glow in the dark white, so it didn't matter. So I went ahead and applied the white over that one. We're applying it on the tip, and then after that we're gonna go ahead and apply the pink. Usually, as you guys know, I either like to do like a nail at a time, so I do the white, the pink, and then encapsulate it. And then other times I like to just go ahead and do like all of the tips and then come back and do all of the white and then come back and do all of the acrylic to encapsulate them. But whatever you feel more comfortable with is fine. You don't have to do exactly what I do, but I feel like it makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and apply the pink. So as you can see, I apply my first bead right in the middle where the acrylic and the white meet. And I'm just gently brushing the pink over the white just to blend it really well. So just applied a second bead behind the first one. And then again, make sure that you're really gentle when you're brushing that pink down. You don't want to brush it all the way down towards the tip because you're going to take away from that ombre look. Now I'm going in with a third bead closer to the cuticle area, making sure that I pat it down and then cleaning around the cuticle area really good, because if not, you can get lifting if the acrylic is on the skin. So remember, since this set is a lot longer, it requires for me to apply more acrylic, so just keep that in mind as well. You know, I don't want y'all to just be like, why is she applying so much acrylic? It's because the nails are so long that of course we need to make sure that the apex is really strong. That way we don't get any breakage. And then of course afterwards we're going to go ahead and apply the Mia Secret Pink to encapsulate the ombre. So remember that when you're doing ombres, or when you're just using colored acrylics or glitters, you want to make sure that you encapsulate those nails, because usually with the colored acrylics, if you don't encapsulate it and you come back to file, your acrylic is going to look really patchy. And like if you use glitter and you don't encapsulate it, you're going to be filing away that glitter. So this step is also very important. And as always, I use the Mia Secret Pink, which is a really translucent pink, but you could always use a clear. That's just what I prefer to use. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other nail. So remember, just clean around the cuticle area really good with the very tip of your brush, because you don't want any of that acrylic on the skin. So same thing, we're going to go ahead and place that first bead right in the middle where the white and the acrylic meet. Pat it down and then just gently brushing it down towards the tip. You don't want to brush it all the way down towards the tip. You just want to blend it in the middle. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the other hand. So same thing for this one. We're going to go ahead and apply the glitter on the pinky, just applying it all over the nail. And then we're going to come back and encapsulate it. Again, this is the AB Acrylic Glitter by Nail Supply Glamour in the #1. They actually just restocked their website yesterday with these. And y'all, they sold out so fast. The only thing I needed from them was the like a neon colored acrylic. So I was able to get them, but I did see that a lot of these glitters were already sold out. But as always, I do have a promo code for them, which is Get Nailed, and they're all lowercase, so be sure to check them out. And they are located in Dallas, Texas, so be sure to check them out if you're in the area. And then y'all, I'm gonna be going to California pretty soon, so do y'all know of any nail supply stores in LA? Because I would definitely like to stop at one and see what they have. So again, if you know any nail supply stores in LA, be sure to let me know, because I'll be there pretty soon. Alrighty, so we encapsulated that pinky. So now for the ring finger, I'm just going to go in with my Mia Secret Pink. Again, we're going to be filling this nail with the bling, so it doesn't really matter what we put under it. Especially like if she wasn't getting a new set next time, then of course I'll be trying to fill it in with that same acrylic that she already has on. But she's the one that told me, you know, you can just go ahead and use that same acrylic. So that's what I did. So remember that when you're doing acrylic nails, you want to make sure that you look at the nail from different angles. You don't want to look at it from just the top, just because a lot of the time you will have, you know, the little bumps and lumps, and you're going to have to apply acrylic you know, in certain spots. So make sure that, you know, anytime you see me looking at the nail from the sides, that's me checking to make sure that it looks nice and smooth, that I have a nice apex. And if I do, then of course I move on to the next nail. But you do want to make sure that you pay attention to things like that, because usually like the nail will look really good from the top, really you know, smooth, but then if you turn it over to the side, that's where you'll find out where you need to add more acrylic, or if your nail, you know, is good to go. Alrighty, so we're done with these nails. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the thumbs. So as you can see, all of the acrylic is completely soaked off. So then after this, we're going to go ahead and of course push the cuticles back, remove the shine from the natural nail, and then we're going to go ahead and apply the nail tips. And for these extra long nails, I do the 2-tip method. And for those, I use the Eden nail tips. I usually get them from my local nail supply store. I just like how they're not too curved like the other long ones that I have, so that's why I use those. But lately my nail supply store, or really it's been a really long time since they've been out, they haven't had any of the number 5s. So if you know where I can buy some eating nail tips, let me know because I need them. I'm out of my number 5s. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and apply the nail tips on the thumbs, and then usually like for this one I applied like a number 1 on the thumb, and then I applied like a number 3 at the tip, because that way I don't have to do so much filing, and it fit perfectly on there as you can see. And then after that we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other one. So again, we're applying like a number 1 on the thumb, and then at the tip to make it longer we're applying like a number 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it was a 3, but that way it already gives you like that coffin, you know, shape. But of course, since we want it a little bit more narrow, we just cut the sides down. And then of course it's not going to leave them that long, so we're just cutting just the tip off, measuring them against each other, cutting to make sure that they're the right size. And then I'm going to use my scissors to cut the sides of them to make them more narrow. After this, we're going to go ahead and shape them up into a coffin shape. Remember that when we're shaping coffin nails, we fall at a 45-degree angle on the sides and then 90-degree angle at the free edge. And then of course just blending the nail tip right in the middle. And then I also like to blend where those two nail tips meet. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and just apply the primer on the thumbs. After this, we're going to go in with the Mia Secret Pink. We're just going to apply a layer over the entire nail, and then we're going to go in with the pink and the white. So usually the layer of acrylic underneath is just so next time when you come back, you can file away the colored acrylics. But this time I didn't apply it so thick because again, we're going to be soaking off this set next time she comes. So, you know, that part doesn't really matter. And this just for her because again, she's soaking it off, just to clarify. But we're applying the white on the tips. Remember, you want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Also make sure that when you place it down, you blend it right in the middle. You don't want there to be like a super harsh line, because then it's going to be hard to you know, just make the colors blend in the middle, because a lot of the time that white will try to show through your pink and you're gonna have to apply more. As you can see there, you can still see where the white is right in the middle, so that's why you want to make sure you blend it very well. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off doing this pink, and then we're gonna come back and encapsulate them. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and just reshape the nails. So as always, we do a 45-degree angle on the sides, 90-degree angle at the fridge, and make sure that when you're shaping really long nails that you hold them. You don't want them just going all over the place. So again, 45-degree angle on the sides, 90-degree angle at the fridge, and it helps a lot if you file at a vertical angle when you're filing the fridge. It helps with getting the tip like super straight, so I would suggest doing it that way instead. We're gonna go ahead and reshape all of the nails, and then we'll be back. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and file the nails. So I'm starting off with the ring finger. Why? I have no idea. That's usually just to have it. But I'm using my fine drill bit by Pana, and it's the ceramic one. And we're just, again, filing around the cuticle area, going from the right side over to the left side. Just going back and forth until we're able to see where the natural nail is, where the acrylic is, where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin, and you will be able to see those three things separately. Like, you literally are going to see like a little gap where, like, in between the cuticle and the acrylic. It's not going to be a super big, gap, but just big enough to where you're going to be able to see it. And that way you know that the acrylic is sealed really good around that cuticle area. And then also I am going to be switching over to my carbide fine drill bit, which is also by Pana, but I think this one is getting a little bit dull. Y'all know that I do a lot of nails daily, so I use my drill bits a lot, so I usually go through them pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to that one. So if you see me doing that, you know why. But remember, once you file around the cuticle area, we're also gonna file the rest of the nail to make sure that it's all nice and smooth. And usually my nails, for the most part, are always nice and smooth, but I still want to make sure I go in there and double check basically. So here is where I switched over to the carbide one. I feel like it's a lot more sharper. It's sharper than the other one, so I feel like it gets around that cuticle area really good. And actually, it's not a fine one, it's an extra fine one. The reason why I got an extra fine one this time is because, again, these are pretty sharp and I don't want to cut anyone. So do make sure that you're careful when you're using them. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and just buff all of the nails. Remember, this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nail from the e-file or the hand file. So make sure that you buff really, really, really good. Okay, so I just wiped the nails off, or of course you could have your client go wash their hands, whatever works for you. And then I'm going in with the color Harp on It by Color Club as a base for my bling. And then I'm also going to be applying some bling around the cuticle area of the index fingers. And I'm going to be using my nail adhesive by Soleil. I'm also going to be using my SS6 and my SS12, which are on my website. Be sure to check it out before it sells out, because it always sells out so quick. But there are still a lot of things on there because I restocked like 3 or 4 times more than usual. So be sure to check it out before it's gone. So again, we're just applying the bling around the cuticle area on both of the index fingers. And then for the ring finger, we're just going to fill in the entire nail with the SS6 and the SS12. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and apply the bling on the ring finger. So again, I'm using my SS6, my SS12, and then I'm also going to be applying some of the jelly rhinestones, and they're like in a light pink color, so you won't really be able to see it through the camera, but they're there. So again, we're using the Soleil nail adhesive. We're applying the bling, we're alternating between the different sizes and throwing in some pink ones as well. I usually like to go around the perimeter of the nail and just filling in the nail as I go. And remember, it's really important that you alternate between the different sizes, because if not, I feel like it looks weird if you just use all one size. So we're going to go ahead and do this on this ring finger and the other one as well. At the end, you will see me spray the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator to help the gel resin dry a lot quicker. And then we're going to apply the top coat on the rest of the nails. Alrighty, so now we're going in and applying the gel top coat, which is the Madam Glam gel top coat, on the rest of the nails. Remember that I do have a promo code for Madam Glam. Right now, they are giving you 40% off for the entire month of August. So I'll be sure to leave the link in the description as well as the promo code, and you can check them out. So same thing for the other hand. We're going to go ahead and apply the bling on the ring finger. After that, we're going to spray the activator spray, and then we're going to apply the Madam Glam gel top coat. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they look so pretty. That shape is just flawless. The ombre looks so good as well, and that length is everything. So they also will glow in the dark, as you can see here. So they look even better now. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNail32, and I'll see you guys next time.